What are some of the issues related to long-term use of Xanax or other benzodiazepines? These all come in the same class. Valium is the most commonly known one, but Xanax is another. They all work in slightly different ways, onset of action and how the duration of action, but overall these are in the same class of drugs, pretty much work the same way in that they help with alleviating anxiety, stress, when a person is going through a nervous breakdown, for example. In the short term, these are excellent medications. The problem arises though when people start depending on these over long periods of time, and the medical community is tried in the past 5 years or so to get people, wean them off of these medications and then start them on the newer style antidepressants and anti-anxiety medications. The newer ones are much safer to take. They don't cause long-term complications. There's no severe withdrawal syndrome for the most part, like it is with Xanax and other benzodiazepines. So the symptoms of long-term use of Xanax and other benzodiazepines can include mental indifference. A person starts losing interest in the world around them. They can become moody. They become dependent on their drug of choice. If they were to go without it, this would probably strike some fear into them, because when a person goes through withdrawal from these drugs, it basically produces the exact opposite of what the drugs did in the first place. So if, for example, they helped with anxiety, well, they're going to cause a lot more stress and anxiety and withdrawal. The person feels very unwell, very uncomfortable, very moody, agitated, and tremulous, like with a tremor. There could be speech changes as well. They could have rapid pressured speech when they're withdrawing from it. So to pick up on it though is very difficult to do, because these drugs potentially have been taken for a long period of time by the user, and they can feel can hide it very well during their use. The only way to really pick it up is if they're going through withdrawal and you can see this acute onset of stress response. The other way is to pick it up is to do urine testing to do for drug screens, and the other fail-safe way that is a hair sample that a person can look back depending on which test. It can be 3 to 6 months that a person will be positive for Xanax and any other type of benzodiazepine. These hair tests are expensive, but they can be obtained through private labs available. So to summarize, the long-term issues with Xanax and other benzodiazepines, or benzos, can be very subtle over a long period of time. They can become very irritable, agitated when they stop using it, but when they're on it, it is very difficult to tell. The only way to really pick up on this is by doing random urine drug screen or testing the hair for these type of drugs in the system.
If you or a loved one are looking for help with substance abuse, call our 24/7 helpline at 1-800-615-1067. A caring addiction advisor is awaiting your call.